This for the niggas and bitches and niggas who be hitting them switches and pulling them triggers, who be crumbling weed and rolling them swishers. Keep on banging on corners and drinking that liquor. Keep that thug shit real when you keep that thug shit. Keep your sights on steel when you gunning for me. I put my pistol in your mouth and tell your ass to goggle. Gangsta shit so potent it should be sold in bottles. Take a sip and go to hell, get drunk and end up in the trunk. Fuck jail, you thinking DUI? No, that ain't how you die. It was my thugs and slugs that was the reason why. You niggas thought I was soft, but now it's blood that you caught. And now these shells hit the ground as I'm busting off. 9 double and Beretta, no there's nothing better. Tear the flesh in your chest and now your shirt is wetter. Me and this wild wild together like we husband and wife. Cause gangsta shit ain't just a song, it's a way of life. We are the
born to die.
We hustle for money, for bitches and get high.
Yellow tape and bloodshed, pussy niggas is dead. Hollow points tipped with lead, putting gaps through heads. That's what it be like when the street lights get to flickering. Niggas get to tickling, slugs get to tickling. We them niggas that just don't ask. We take your cash, transplant or put your ass. Right hand to your left eye. Hey, Mr. Tough Guy, when slugs fly, I guarantee your shirt won't dry. In times of peace, my niggas playing wars. Stack dope, sit mowing, then we bang whores. We been through gang wars. We bout that green, we bout that murder scene. Pull a tool that's sure to leave your shoulders clean. Cause when it all goes down, I got that heat. You was slow on the draw, and now you burn me. Because
we are the thugs.
Y'all niggas ain't shit but wannabes and slug. But not for my fucking enemies and blood. For my niggas, I was shorty bleed my blood. For my niggas, I was shorty bleed. It's Gio, the same nigga that was ready for war, ready for fame and everything it had in store. And I ain't changed, I'm still on the block with my dog. Smoking weed, busting shells, leaving the block for the fall. For my niggas who didn't get to see me achieve. Some died over beef and some died over greed. I'm smoking weed, I'm trying to get rid of the pain. Lord, please bless me to continue my thing. I'm from the streets, and it's been a hard night life. I'm in it deep, and that's why I don't think nice. I don't sleep, and that's why I don't like lights. I hold heat, and that's why you won't blink twice.
We are the thugs. We born to die.
What up, Brewster? Rico, Crest Line Iceberg, my brother, Easy.
You little bitch ass niggas can't hang with me. Why be the hood of the no good? Breaking your studio niggas down to the flow wood. I'm here to check the game, nigga, respect the name. Or I'ma pull my 4-5 out and select the brain, inject the pain, and leave you for the news to cover. Another victim of Mac Lover, wild motherfucker. Y'all ain't never seen a motherfucking street like me. Ballin' from the Midwest, bringing heat like me. So niggas make way, cause I'ma bring it to you hard. No mercy on your mark, so bow down to my facade and feel the pressure. A real thug from the streets, we do what we wanna do. Nigga, fuck the police, I'm the mouth of madness. Bringing the pain and the sadness, I be the baddest. Smoking niggas to the ashes, out when I make it. Spitting raw from Thug Data, dark as Darth Vader with the strength of the creator.
That's right. When it all goes down, nigga. When it all goes down, talk to me.
When it all goes down, nigga. When it all goes down, talk to me.
Yeah. I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers.
I don't know what you're doing.
I want you to
right
get
now,
your
brother.
mouse.
I want you to check me out.
And I want you to check me out.
Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. And subscribe to United Guns of America.
Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the real.
Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things, you know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that done click the link, that done click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all.
Yes, indeed.
That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby.
Let's do this.
I appreciate all of y'all. We gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it doing, where it can go.
Oh no, easy Alexandria, what's happening? The ugly truth. Yes, it is. Hey, I'm so happy to be here. I appreciate you guys being here. And hey, we're gonna dive right into this. So, but well, no, we're not actually gonna dive right into this. We're not. So let me just say this. Number one, Easy, my brother. Tell your girl BFF that this white sangria wine is good. It's good to me. It's good for me. I'm enjoying it. Toast to her. Alrighty, but without further ado, let me get to my favorite part of the show.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe on copyright under 17 USC 107.
What's up, Marcus? Hey, so check this out. I learned something about myself this week. I really did. And it's been a crazy week. So I love her voice too. I love her voice so much that I buried and let her be my baby's mama. But let me tell y'all this. Number one, I want to say thank you to everybody. There was so many people that reached out to me this past week because y'all know I'm here in Texas in the DFW. And y'all know that, it's been crazy with the weather here. Now, for me, I'm used to this. This is bullshit that's out here right now. This little 2-3 inches of snow. It's about maybe 3 inches. This ain't shit. You talk about Chicago, lake effect. You talking about Michigan, Holland, lake effect snow. That's some real motherfucking snow up there. Okay, only people that's fucking with Michigan is probably, as far as snow is concerned, is maybe Minnesota. Other than that, all y'all rest of y'all motherfuckers ain't on shit. But this much snow shut the entire state down, not the city, not the area. It shut down the whole fucking state. Okay. So there are pipes that's been bursted. We lost power on certain areas. We lost water, the water, because the power that's used to filter for the water filtration plant, because the power grid basically went down in over 200,000 motherfucking residents. Shit, motherfuckers lost water, motherfuckers lost power and all that. Fortunately enough for me, in the area that I'm in, we didn't, and we were good. But I must say this. So many people reached out. So many people called, text. I mean, just calling my mama. They was doing everything. It was really like, I was like, wow. You never really know how much people really give a shit. And I mean, I've even gotten some emails from some of y'all. Thanks to my man, Chi. He sent me an email. So many people were sending me emails, text messages, phone calls, calling my family members. I just appreciate it so much. It feels good to be loved. It feels good for people to give a shit about you, because everybody don't. Everybody don't have somebody that gives a shit about you. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It touched my heart. Y'all touched old Brian. I got a little choked up just thinking about how many people love you. Appreciate you. But I will say this. The motherfuckers here in Texas, y'all be tripping when weather advisories come out. I went into Walmart and I shit you not, all the meat was gone. Like, you know, when you go into any Walmart, you go in Walmart, first thing is right to your right is usually right in front of you is usually your produce. You go to your produce section, then once you go around through produce, that's fruits and vegetables for you niggas. Once you go around through produce, then you usually hit the meat. And the meat will range all the way from like fresh chicken, and it'll go all the way down to pork, beef, hot dogs, sausages, all the way down to cheese. Let me tell y'all something. All that shit was gone. Like the shells were black. And they were black because all the meat shit was off of it. So that means everything out the back had been put out. Motherfuckers was buying all kind of shit. It was like gone. I was like, God damn. But I get it. All I will say is this. You should always, anybody who has a house, you got an apartment, look, take you about, I don't know, however much it takes actually. Take you $50 to $100 and go and buy enough food for you and the people that stay with you. And if you live by yourself, then at least get it for 2 people. And get you enough food, or what we call in the hood, rations, and out in the military. Get you enough rations that will actually last you a whole week. So when something like this comes along, and get non-perishable shit. Like, I don't give a fuck if you got to get noodles, you get canned goods, get those kind of foods, things like rice, beans, cheap shit. It ain't expensive. It ain't like you got to go get T-bone steaks and keep them in the freezer, but go and get at least a week's worth of food to always have in your house. And that food ain't for the coming up week. That's just to have. That's for emergency purposes. Keep that shit in your pantry. Put it in a box somewhere in a closet if you ain't got no pantry. Wherever. Dedicate a cabinet or something to it and put that food in there, because you never know when something like this can happen. And most of the time, in our society, with our infrastructure that we have up, shit won't be fucked up past a week. About 7 days, you talking about, unless there's like a fucking tsunami or some shit like that, usually about a good 7 days worth of food, aside from what you already have, should at least stretch you out to about 7 to maybe 14 days, or maybe 15 days, somewhere around it. 7 to 15 days. Should stretch you out to that point. Because you usually have, even if those of you who buy food every day to cook, you still have leftovers, you should still have something in your freezer and that kind of shit. You should have that kind of enough food for at least 7 days. So when shit like this happens, you should definitely be able to survive. And it's not, oh shit, I gotta go to the store, the snow coming. Oh shit, I gotta go to the store, the storm is coming. Always be prepared for this. I'm holding up good, Troy. We good here. The only thing I did fuck up on, and I must admit that I did, I have been putting off getting bottled water service. You know, like the Culligan Man. Some people know the Culligan Man in Chicago. Back in the day, we used to have Hinkley and Schmidt. Then we had Sparkling Spring. You know, the big 5-gallon water things that go in the water cooler. And the only reason I've been putting it off is because I didn't really want to buy this water cooler, because most of the time you rent a water cooler and that's kind of like stupid. If you're gonna have bottle service, you're gonna drink it, get you a good water. So getting the one from them, you gotta rent it, paying every month for it and all that kind of shit. I ain't want to do all that, but I've been putting it off. Been bullshit, essentially. But we didn't have any water because of it. And shout out to my wife. She went full prepper on me and went out and she got some water and shit like that. I love my wife dearly. She's so wonderful. She tries her best. So proud. But she went out and got some water and stuff. And then I went to the store today and got some stuff because I had a taste for some chili. But I'm just saying, make sure you have enough food in your cupboard, in your pantry, to where if shit ever hit the fan and you can't go out, you lose power, you have the essentials. Have you a case of water, a couple of cases of water, whatever. Have you at least 7 days of canned goods, dry food, shit that you know that's non-perishable, so you good. That's it. Right. Even put your candies in there. Get you some Skittles, you know, and all that other shit. Whatever you want to have it boxed up, put in your pantry in case some shit happens. Because like Tony Fabulous said, he lost power for 23 hours in Sugar. There were some people, one of my somebody I know, they were out without power for over 48 hours. Damn, they're going on. No, I'm sorry. Going on 72 hours. Came back on for like 2 hours and went back off. So, you know, it's like shit happens. And everybody don't have loved ones to send your peoples to and all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. Just be prepared, because you never know. You know, and if you do have to run out to the store to get one or two things, that's one thing. But going out to the store to get food for your family is crazy when you ain't prepared. You should be prepared. So next time y'all get paid, instead of going out to get you something to wear, something to, you know, your favorite dinner or something, go and spend you $50 to $100 and get you some essentials. Get your rations box. Have your ration shelf or emergency shelf in the cupboard. All right? Cool. So there's the lesson for the day. Now, getting into this. Shout out to my wife for sending me yet another good story. She really did. I'm so glad we got this story, because this is one of those stories where I was more concerned about the fact that this is a black father with his 2 teenage black sons. And the fact that what took place here, there's so many opportunities for just improvement. I had to do this. I had to. Yes, Tony Fabulous Essentials is wine and vodka and liquor and all that stuff. Yes, that is. But it is really, really, really important that we get our minds wrapped around this whole police civilian concept. I say it all the time. Black folks, black people, brothers and sisters, niggas and bitches, ain't shit niggas and ain't shit bitches. Listen to me when I say this. You gotta know the law. Stop being ignorant to the law. This is 2021, 2020, year of COVID, and we still have people that don't know the law. I'm so sick and tired of that. Google, in the age of information, if y'all can go and look up the dumb bitch that put Gorilla Glue in her hair, God damn it, you can look up the laws and the civil code in your area. You can know the basic laws and rights of your state. You should know just the basics. No, you don't have to be a goddamn lawyer, but you should know the basics. You should know the basic ins and outs of a traffic stop, what the police can and can't do, so that you know how to conduct yourself as opposed to just being a fucking racially motivated idiot. Or as Thomas Sowell's Soul says, a race hustling idiot. I added the idiot part. Race hustling is his. I'm so sick of it. Yes, easy. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. And not in today's world. We should not be doing dumb shit like this still. Saying the same old shit we've been saying for the past 35, 40 years. They did this to me because I'm black. They did this to me because I'm driving a nice car. They did this. Now let me tell you something. And y'all have heard me say this before. Are there instances where people get pulled over when they're driving while black? Yes. That happens. That happens. It does. But the shit is so far and few and in between. You're talking about a black man. A black man that grew up in the city of Chicago, that lived in Michigan and is now living in Texas and has driven several a nice of a car. Y'all all right out there? I'm about to drop something. This is my daughter doing some shit. My mama out there, so nobody fucking up. There's a problem. I hear gunshots. And I'll go to running. But all I'm saying is that when you talk about what's right and what's wrong, and that's what I'm doing here. When you're talking about the best solution, everything ain't about race. Everything ain't about you being black. And everything ain't about you being somebody or the police being white. It's just not. And the only people that are keeping that alive, it seems to me, is the media and black folks. That's the best way to say it. When I'm just trying to be nice, trying not to use the word nigga so much. But them the ones that seem to just be keeping this shit alive. I tell people this all the time, not online, but personally. I believe that racism is dying to the point to where it's all but dead. I do not believe that racism is as potent and as powerful and as prevalent as it was back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, the way that it is now in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and the 2020s. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Now, what's in the media, what's on the news, these goddamn politicians that's hustling this shit, that's a whole nother ball game. But I'm talking about everyday real life. I don't see it. I do not see it. Ain't no, boy, what you doing around here? What's wrong with this? Ain't none of that shit popping off like motherfuckers want to make you believe that it is. So with that being said, there is a lot of accountability and a lot of responsibility that we have to make sure that shit keeps progressing forward, as opposed to us trying to keep rehashing the shit that has happened in the past. I think, who was I talking to today about this? Oh, my boy Roman. I believe that there was a time where, look at it like this. Every country has a past. Every country has a bad moment in their past, or moments in their past. Every country at some point or another had some form of slavery, some form of genocide, some form of some type of fuck shit, because if they did, it wouldn't be here today if they did. However, in spite of your dark or blemished or checkered past that you may have, where you are today is what matters. How you got there is definitely worth acknowledging and looking at. Absolutely. Not saying forget about that, but you do have to move forward. It's like I'd say, but when you're driving in a car, your rear view mirrors and your side view mirrors are great to let you know what's behind you, what's on the side of you. However, the most important view in a vehicle is the front. It's through the windshield. Seeing where you're going is far more important than what's on your side of you and what's behind you. And that's what history is. It's a rear view mirror. It's a side view mirror. It's a side view mirror. It's a rear view mirror. You use it as a reference point. You use it as a safety point to say, I don't ever want to get into that again. I don't want to go too far over here. I don't want to go too far over there. And I definitely want to see what's coming up behind me if something is coming up behind me. But when you're talking about saying, hey, what's the most important thing? It is moving forward. I hate to break it to you, all of those things are still going on in major way in some of your favorite places. How? Tell me what today, in today's world, and I'm glad you said this, Ethan. Tell me what's happening in today's world compared to racism back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s with things like redlining, segregation, white only. That's all I'm talking about is America. Now, is this some fucked up shit going on in other countries? Absolutely, totally. But here, we've progressed, believe it or not. We've evolved. When you look at young people today, and here's my proof in the pudding. You know, a lot of people can say, oh, he just lying, he just saying this. Nope. Let me give you the proof in the pudding. The majority of young people, and I'm talking about those under 18, well, let's say 21, those 21 and younger. Yeah, you talking about over in Africa and all that shit. Yeah, it's fucked up over. But when you're talking about the young people of today, 21 and under, if you look at what's going on in their social media, if you look at what they're doing on TikTok, if you look at what they're doing on Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be, where is the racism? Now, will you find two dumbasses, and I don't even think that I think they were over 21, like that girl who lied on her boyfriend when they did the make it a black person, whatever shit in the sink? That's the only thing that I can think of that a young person did. Them white boys, the white frat boys that was on the bus, they were all in college though. Talking about a nigga, something, USC. A nigga, something, USC. You can tie him in a tree, you can hang him from a tree, there'll never be a nigga at USC. So whatever the hell the shit was. I'm talking like isolated incidents that you can only think of compared to the whole. You take those particular instances, those two or three that you can name or think of, and compare it to the norm of what's going on today, the young people aren't even on that shit. They don't even acknowledge it like, oh, because he's black. Black guy. Every time you see something going on where a young person's getting involved in something that's of a racial tone, they talking to some older motherfucker, which lets you know that the young folks haven't figured out. They're done with this shit. So you figure over the next 20 years, I'll be in my late 60s in 20 years. Those that were before me, they're gonna be dead or damn near put in the grave. They'll be in their 80s, late 80s, damn near 90s. So the majority of them will be dead, and so will a large chunk of race. This racism shit is all being perpetuated by the media, corporation. That's what it is. So when we're talking about looking at things that are racial, and then we're looking at things that are just flat out wrong, two different things. So let's go ahead and, as Big Mama would say, let's do this. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to actually play, I'm going to play this one first. So we're going to play this one first, and then we'll play the other one second. And I just want to give you a snippet first.
16-year-old sons, Adrian Vickers says a trip to Ybor to pick up pizza turned terrifying.
Oh, you don't run the scene, I run the scene, it's nothing to be ringing. It's that simple.
That night I was treated like a criminal. I was treated like a criminal. I felt like a criminal, and I know I don't do anything.
Vickers says he noticed an unmarked car blow through a red light to catch.
I know I don't do anything. Who says that? I know I don't do anything. I felt like a criminal, but I know I don't do anything. I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing.
Up to them after passing them at an intersection.
When I realized it was the TPD office, I was disappointed that they was driving like that.
Vickers' son started rolling on his phone shortly after being pulled over on November 17th. Police telling Vickers he was being pulled over for not having proper registration on his new Lexus.
Wait to ask your question when he's done explaining it. That would make sense.
I want to talk to you over there because the next step is putting you in handcuffs and taking it.
Put him in handcuffs.
Vickers keeps trying to explain he does have registration and that it must be a clerical error.
When my son hear them saying they take him to jail, you can hear him saying, take him to jail. I'm pretty much all they have here other than their grandmother.
Deep down inside, I wish I could help you guys, man, but I fear that you're beyond belief, you're beyond help.
We blurred the officers' faces as Tampa police investigate exactly what protocols were broken. Vickers says the chief of police, Brian Dugan, called to apologize, and the major in that area threw out the citation he received that night. Vickers says he contacted the dealership the next day, and his registration was valid.
I'm stressed out, I'm paranoid, I feel violated. My kids, I feel for them.
Vickers says he has family in law enforcement and says more training needs to be done to better protect minorities.
The officers need to be disciplined. I don't need to be just told, hey, we took disciplinary actions. We need to know exactly what actions were taken against these officers.
TPD says the incident was handed over to the Professional Standards Bureau.
So this seems, and here's one of my biggest things I love about this. Number one, I showed you this first on purpose. Number two, I want you all to see what this was, what you just saw, and then I'm gonna show you the whole incident. I'm gonna show you the whole interaction, and I want you to see how nice this guy was, how well spoken this guy was, how he really played that victim card. And I get it, if he got a lawsuit going, you want to try to play it up, but bullshit ain't about nothing but bullshit. I don't do nothing. I'm a good citizen. I don't do nothing. What the hell? Who says that? I've never said I don't do nothing. I'm a good citizen. I don't do nothing. What does that mean? But I get it. I understand you trying to make your image look good. You want people to understand what happened and that he was a victim and they did this to you and they shouldn't have, and you know better, you know all this stuff, and they just picked on you. Got it. So before we actually watch what actually happened, so we can discern for ourselves, here's what the newspaper read. Local father believes he was racially profiled during traffic stop with, oh, you know what? Can I show this to y'all? Yeah. I think I can. Yeah. Let me do this. Let me show this to y'all so y'all can read. Oh, yeah. I brought that damn thing over. And that is not what I want to bring over. Here we go. I'm going to bring this over, put this on this screen so y'all can actually see what it is that I'm seeing and we can read together. We can work it out together. There we go. I believe. There it is. Bingo, Pacino. Yeah, man. We're going to read it all together, man. All right. So, this is pretty much what the article read. I'm going to read it to y'all, and we're going to get through this real quick. Did not take long at all. All right. So, local father believes he was racially profiled during traffic stop with TPD, that's Tampa Police Department officers, after USF game. Tampa, Florida. A local father feels he was racially profiled last month when he was pulled over by officers with the Tampa Police Department after a USF football game. Adrian, they spelled that wrong, Adrian, but it's Adrian. Adrian Vickers said he had just left a Saturday night game against the Cincinnati Bearcats with his two teenage kids when he was pulled over for a traffic stop. The incident was all captured on video as the officer stated he was pulled over for having a paper tag on his new GS 350 Lexus. So basically, you know, the whole black guy driving, you know, a nice car getting pulled over. Well, let me show you what a Lexus GS 350 looks like. Because I can tell you this, I have witnessed and I have seen, hey, driving while black, you get, what do they call it, DWB. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own two eyes, where even the police officer asks, what do you do to where you get such a nice car? And that's some fuck shit to ask. This is the car. That's the car right there. That's the, I'm driving a nice car and get pulled over because I'm a black man. That's a Lexus GS 350. That car, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, saying that it's brand new 2020 because this happened in December of 2019. So it could be a brand new 2020, but if it ain't, don't matter. All I'm saying is this car brand new 2020, $52,000. That is not an exotic car. That is not a car that people say, oh man, that is your typical nice luxury sedan. There is nothing fancy. There is nothing extravagant. There is nothing luxurious about a Lexus GS 350. There is nothing that is exotic. It ain't like you driving a G-Wagon. It ain't like you driving like an Escalade. You can consider that I would consider an Escalade being a vehicle where you would say, okay, now you driving a really nice car. Or like a CT6. That's when you're driving a nice car. A Benz S-Class. That's when you're really driving a nice car. Not that E-Class Benz. Not that little bullshit compressor Benz that motherfuckers who barely got a little money get. I'm talking, you want to say you driving something, right? Like I'ma even say, Tony, a 8 Series on a BMW. A 7 Series is, in my opinion, equivalent to something like a Lexus. It's just a nice luxury sedan, mid-size. Now, if you're driving an 8 Series or something like that, then you get yourself a nice ass fucking car. But driving something like this ain't no nigga. Where'd you get this car from? Now, how do you get to afford this car? It's $52,000. Brand new. There's nothing fancy about that. There's nothing. Oh my goodness. Jeez, look at that. And it's not even an exotic looking car. So I don't get that. That's, to me, is some bullshit. But that's what a Lexus GS 350, a GS 350 looks like. All right. The incident was all captured on video. As an officer stated, he was pulled over for having a paper tag on his new GS 350 Lexus. As DJ Just Jay would say, let's put a pin in that right there, because it wasn't that he got pulled over for having a paper tag. That wasn't why the officer pulled him over. But we'll put a pin on it. Shout out to Just Jay. That night, this is his word, that night I was treated like a criminal. I was treated like a criminal. And I felt like a criminal. And I know I don't do anything, said Vickers. So if you don't do anything, how would you know what a criminal feels like? Just saying. The original video posted to social media had nearly 1 million views. We have chosen to blur the officer faces for now until the investigation is complete. Hillsborough County. I guess that's the Hillsborough County Sheriff. Vickers told ABC Action News that he didn't know he was the one about to be pulled over as officers were speeding in an unmarked cruiser and blew through a red light with no lights or sirens to get him. Okay. He claimed in the video he tapped his brakes because he thought the kids were driving recklessly. So he thought the kids in the car that ran the light were driving recklessly. That's what he thought. Okay. All right. You ran the red light. And I'm like, look at these teenagers running a red light, teaching my sons not to drive like that because I don't do nothing and my sons don't do nothing. But instead, you get behind me because I hit on the brakes because I thought you were teenagers driving aggressively, and I was teaching my kids not to drive like that, Vickers told the officer in the video. That's what he said in the video. That's what he said. That's what he said. And he said it a few times. Once police officers pulled him over, they asked for IDs from Vickers and then from his sons. Vickers pulled his out, but said his kids, who are 13 and 16, didn't have identification. Okay? The officer and Vickers then got into an argument before the officer grabbed the ID out of Vickers' hand. I have the right to ask everyone in the car for an ID. Let's get this straight. You don't run this scene, I run this scene. It's that simple, the officer said in the video. Put his foot down. Respect my gangster. Vickers asked the officer, why is he being pulled over? They told him it's because his car was not registered. Vickers then told them he's only had the Lexus for 3 weeks. Put a pin in that. And that he bought it from a local dealership. There was a temporary tag on the vehicle. This is a brand new car. I just bought this car. Vickers told the officers in the video, so if he says a brand new car, then I'm going to say he had a 2020 Lexus GS 350. All right. An officer then went over to ask for his ID and could also be heard telling Vickers, just so you know, you have spike strips under your tires, so if you try and take off, I just wanted you to know that so you don't try to take off and burst your tire. Within minutes, several other officers showed up and surrounded the car. One officer from the passenger window could be heard saying, I really feel bad for these poor kids being taught by such ignorance. Deep down inside, I wish I could help you guys, but I fear you're beyond help. Wow. Vickers told his son not to respond to that. When my sons heard them say that, when my sons heard them say they can take them to jail, you can hear them saying, take them to jail? Oh, I'm pretty much all they have here, other than the grandmother, Vickers told us. Vickers was eventually cited, but ABC Action News has now learned the citation was canceled by the district commander with the Tampa Bay Police Department, Brian Dugan. The Tampa chief of police reached out to Vickers and has opened an internal investigation into the matter. The public information officer for the department added, we are aware of the video and the event is currently being investigated by our Professional Standards Bureau as stated. We have high expectations of professionalism for all officers at all times. Further details will be provided once the investigation is concluded. After posting the video to Facebook, Vickers' sons add, my father works way too hard to be treated like that. I would never think anything like this would ever happen to us. This is shocking. This is just shocking. I'm stressed out. I'm paranoid. I feel violated. My kids, I feel for them, said Vickers. That next day, that's supposed to be by my boys, are normally upstairs in their rooms on devices or watching TV on the computer. That whole next day, they were downstairs with me, having to spend time with their dad. He said the dealership he bought the car from gave him and his family 4 tickets to see the Lakers as an apology. They blessed us with 4 tickets and went. Now they got blessed. They blessed us with 4 tickets and we went, and we were like 15 rows back seeing LeBron. I was able to wave at him and get video of him, Vickers said. Oh, so I guess the kids weren't too traumatized now after they got to see LeBron. LeBron makes everybody and everything all better. There it is. The president of the NAACP Hillsborough County branch, Yvette Lewis, sent a statement about the video. We have issues, y'all see how I'm reading this? We have issues with the initial stop because it has implications of racial profiling. Put a pin in that. The tone of the initial officer was disrespectful and the stop seemed overly excessive. This could have easily escalated to something worse and, let me scroll down. and to something worse, and that's not what we want in the city of Tampa. The NAACP was notified by the chief of police and the mayor about the video and the internal investigation, and we recommend them and we commend them, for bringing the information to us, stepping up and addressing it immediately. We think TPD needs to have additional racial training to ensure the safety of people in the future. Isn't that something? Now, let's go ahead and let's actually watch the real stop and see exactly what had happened. Because what had happened was, yeah, man. Let's watch the video.
I have the right to ask everybody in the car for their ID. Okay, let's get this straight.
No, we ain't getting nothing straight.
I have the right to ask everybody in the car for their ID. Okay, let's get this straight.
No, we ain't getting nothing straight.
I run this scene.
It's not to be the USF game and y'all driving aggressively and right up on my butt. Why would y'all driving my and then you snatching it? Oh, so you think you snatch my ID, right? For what reason?
To identify you because it's a lawful traffic stop. The vehicle comes back unregistered. That's why
it's a brand new car. I just bought this car less than 3 weeks ago.
Not showing registered.
All right.
ID on you, boss man?
No, you ain't taking my son's IDs. They're my sons.
Okay.
And they very well. We went to a college USF game, and you got nothing better else to do.
Some kind of way, sir? Huh? I'm treating you like you're.
No, but you asking my 16-year-old for he don't have ID, and neither do my other one in the back seat.
Okay, perfect. I have the right to ask everybody in the car for their ID. Okay.
What you asking my 16-year-old for? He don't have ID, and neither do my other one in the back seat.
Okay.
Now my question is, how the fuck does he know that? So he got pulled over. Well, let me let you say.
Right to ask everybody in the car for their ID. Okay.
And yes, this is a black dude, and this motherfucker's racially profiled. This is the initiating officer. Get this straight. This is racially profiled. He's being racially profiled, and this is a black police officer that has stopped him, and that is initiating the stop. Just saying. Keep that in perspective. Keep that in mind.
Get this straight.
No, we ain't getting nothing straight.
I run this scene.
It's not to be the USF game and y'all driving aggressively and right up on my butt. Why would y'all driving my and then you snatching it? Oh, so you think you snatch my ID, right? For what reason?
To identify you because it's a law.
And yes, I agree. Here's what I didn't see it, so I'm gonna say that he was wrong for snatching the ID. However, it seems to me as though he probably was asking for the ID and dude was bullshit. Did he have to snatch it? No. Because my thing is this, and I say this to all police officers. I get the fact that you're human and that you're people too. However, you are doing a job. Be professional because you're in a position of authority. You don't have to show that emotion that you're upset by snatching an ID. You can tell a motherfucker what time it is without having to do something like that. And yes, he was already irritated. Absolutely. Definitely irritated, which means there was some conversation beforehand. But I don't have that, so I'm going to say 1 point for the black dude because he was wrong for snatching, because that's all I'm seeing. I'm going off of the information that I have before me. I don't see any reason why it was appropriate for him to snatch the driver's license from him.
Lawful traffic stop. The vehicle comes back unregistered. That's why
it's a brand new car. I just bought this car less than 3 weeks ago.
Not showing registered.
So did you hear what he said? The vehicle is not showing that it's registered. Now, when you go and buy a brand new car, there should be a registration tag on the vehicle. Usually, what you'll see is on the back of this vehicle, it'll have license applied for, or it'll have temporary tag or something like that. And there is a temporary plate that is assigned to that vehicle. Here's the thing. Once that is done, the information of that vehicle, the make, the model, all of that shit has to be on that tag. VIN number, all of that shit with an expiration date showing that this is a temporary tag and it expires. Usually they do maybe 4 to 6 weeks or something like that for the tag. Maybe shorter than that. Maybe it's about a month usually, maybe 4 to 6 weeks that they give you for the applied tag that you already got coming, because you got plates coming already, and you usually get them. Either that or they transfer your plate and they will give you actual plates. I've seen it done a few different ways. You'll get the plates, you'll get the tags right then and there. And if you want to get something different, get some fancy shit, they'll give it to you then. You got to go and apply for that. However, the registration, there should be a temporary registration already filed by the time you drive off the lot. That should be turned in to the DMV. They take that shit down there and say, hey, here go the tip tags of the vehicles I done sold today or this week or whatever the case may be. Here you go. So that you know that all this shit is registered. So your vehicle is registered. So if I pull you over, if I need to write you a ticket or something like that, or if your vehicle's involved in an accident, there is already a license plate assigned to it, even if it's temporary.
All right.
ID on you, boss man?
No, you ain't taking my son's IDs. They're my sons.
Okay.
And they very well. We went to a college USF game, and you got nothing better else to do.
Some kind of way, sir? Am I treating you like you're
no,
you're
but you asking my 16-year-old for
that.
he don't have ID, and neither do my other one in the back seat.
Okay.
And that's my problem. So here's the thing, and here's what to the police officer's point. He's saying like have I done something wrong? Now here's my thing. Can you be upset, pissed off, or irritated because you're being pulled over by the police? Yes, you absolutely can. I ain't got time for that shit. But when I do something wrong, or if I've broken the law, or I got some type of vehicle infraction, or some type of fucking fuck up that I've done, I gotta shut the fuck up and take my L. And that's the problem with niggas. Niggas think they should never get pulled over for nothing. And if they do, the only reason why they're being pulled over is because they're black. He's told this dude why he's being pulled over. This nigga ain't trying to hear it. The same nigga that don't never do nothing. The same nigga that's good, a good person, and he don't never break the law. He ain't never did nothing. Why do you have such so much vitriol for this police officer that's literally doing his job? Any law-abiding citizen would be comfortable with the police officer doing his job, would he not? Which is why I know he full of shit. Now the other thing, with the children that are in the car, that dude, these are teenagers. He don't know how old these motherfuckers are. He don't know if these motherfuckers got warrants. I don't know. That's why, as a police officer, I have the right to ask for ID. I have the right to ask if you have warrants. I do. Now, did he have to? No. Is it his prerogative? Goddamn right. You're goddamn right he can order a code red. If I want to say, hey, do you guys have ID? Do you guys get warrants? Then if those are my children, I would then tell the officer, first of all, my kids ain't going to say shit. And I'm going to tell the officer, they minors, these are my children. They don't have ID. And even if they did, they're not giving it to you. They are children. They are not adults, so they do not have to produce ID. I'm their parent. I get to determine if you even get to talk to them or not. And I can tell that police officer, do not question my children. That's the law. See? That's the law. That's the shit that niggas don't know, but because they and if I'm pissed off, I'm not gonna let this motherfucking police officer, if I'm irritated, tired, want to get home, I'm not gonna let no police officer interrogate my kids. Fuck out my face. Better yet, get the fuck out my kids' face and out their business. Don't ask, do not, officer, do not speak to my children. That's me looking out the window. These are my children, officer. Do not speak to them. Well, I just want to ask questions. I understand that. But just like I've asked you, do not speak to my children. Well, what's the problem? Hey, man, don't fucking talk to my kids. That's me 3 times if you keep pressing the issue. Shut the fuck up and leave my kids alone. I ain't gonna tell them to shut the fuck up, but I'm gonna say, shut the fuck up about trying to talk to my kids. Keep it moving, man. These are minors. They're my children. That's it. When you know the law, then you know how to say what it is you want to say. I ain't got time for you to conduct no investigation, motherfucker. I'm ready to go home and eat me some pizza or whatever the fuck I'm gonna do. Play some Call of Duty. I'm tired.
Perfect. I have the right to ask everybody in the car for their ID. Okay?
What you asking my 16-year-old for? He don't have ID. And neither do my other one in the back seat.
Okay, perfect. I have the right to ask everybody in the car for their ID. Okay? Let's get this straight.
No, we ain't getting nothing straight.
I run this scene.
It's nothing to be ran here.
It's that simple.
It's nothing to be ran.
And what is he talking? It's nothing to be ran here. It's nothing to be ran. And he's right. You don't run no traffic stop, motherfucker. I do. I'm the police. Now, if you got a problem with how I run the traffic stop, you got an issue with the traffic stop and why I'm stopping you, then you can speak to a supervisor about it. And if you want to, you can even go and file a complaint. But I run this traffic stop. Why in the fuck are you so adamant against me doing my job? And if I was the police officer, even though he's a young guy, if I was a police officer, I'd be pissed the fuck off too. Your motherfucking tags didn't come up. And even if I wanted to check your ass out, hey man, I got probable cause. If the system is broke, if the dealership didn't put in the information, either fucking way, in that moment, this vehicle's not registered, I can stop you, plain and simple.
It's nothing to be ran.
It's nothing to be ran.
He has my ID. He snatched my ID out my hand.
All right, cool. Well.
All right. So what else we need?
Hey, just so you know, you have spike strips underneath your tires. So if you try to take off your
spike strips.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just want you to know that, so that way you don't try to take off and bust your tire. That's all.
Okay, that's fine.
Where we got to go, sir?
Listen, all it is, it's simple, man.
You guys was driving aggressively. I thought you was a young person driving aggressively. You ran the red light, and I'm like, look at these teenagers running the red light. Teaching my sons not to drive like that. But instead, y'all got behind me because I hit on brakes because I thought you was some teenagers driving aggressively, and I was teaching my sons not to drive aggressively. Huh?
Do I ever get a chance to talk?
What you got to say?
Because you committed a traffic violation.
How else committed a traffic violation? What traffic?
Did you hear what the other officer told you?
He didn't say it.
What did?
Yes, he did. And that's my point for the officer. He did say it. But you so busy acting like a female-raised man that you didn't listen. You're just talking and bitching. And I'm so tired of men behaving. Men, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to absolve women. I'm so tired of men and women acting like this. When you're just running your mouth, talk, saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and you're not having a conversation. He told his ass why he pulled him over. He thought, which was okay. I thought you pulled me over because I hit brakes because you were driving aggressively. Whatever the fuck that is, fine. It was alarming to him as to why he tapped his brakes or stopped hard, stopped short, don't matter. Don't matter. What you thought and what the fuck actually was, two different things. Because what he initially stopped your ass for was for your tags, not your brakes. You ran the light. I'm the fucking police. I was trying to catch your ass. That's why I ran the light. What is the fucking point here, sir? It's mute. Mute.
The other officer told you.
He never said that. He said his car is not registered.
Okay, and that's a traffic violation.
It's a brand new car and we just bought it.
Now here's where you're a dumbass. It is a traffic violation, dude. It's a brand new car. I don't give a fuck if it's a brand new car. It's not registered. You do know that, right? People, understand this. I don't give a fuck if you just bought a brand new car. I don't care if a dealership just gave you a brand new car. You won it in a sweepstakes. It still has to be registered. When you drive it off the lot and you take possession of it, it has to be registered. Plain and simple. No, not mute. Moot. M-O-O-T. J-Slack.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Would you like for me to show you? Here's the deal.
No, I'll show you my registration.
Listen.
Open the glove box.
Yeah, grab the registration.
Grab my registration. That's a bunch of nonsense. A brand new car I just bought, and you telling me it's not registered.
Yep. So here's what happens. Okay, hold on one second here. Okay, so...
You straight? So what?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to tell you.
Okay.
Who did you purchase the car through?
What you mean who I purchased it through?
Who did you purchase? Which part
What
of that
dealership?
Yes.
What
Here's my thing. Who did you purchase the car from? Where did you purchase the car? What do you mean? What did I just say? Answer the question. I don't understand that.
Dealership. Say what dealership, because you say what person.
Does that matter if you brought it? Could he have bought it from a person? Yes. Could he have bought it from a dealership? Yes. You can buy a fucking car on the internet. You can buy a car sight unseen and have it delivered to your door. There are several different ways to obtain a vehicle. That's why he asked the question, who did you buy the car from? Because, and here's why he said that, usually dealerships don't fuck this up. And this is where, thank you, Easy, the dealerships to take all the flack for this. They fucked up. Even still, it's a new car. I get it. It ain't registered, dude. That's it. You're making a big deal out of nothing just because you stop because you think you done bought a fucking Ferrari when you're in a fucking Lexus, dude. GS 350.
Person is a person. What dealership? Toyota or Tampa Bay?
We'll just give him the ticket. Be done with this.
It's no ticket to be given.
Listen to him. He still ain't getting it. There's no ticket to be given. You don't understand the problem, dude. The problem is this. We gotta fix it. The problem is this, man. You are in a car that is not registered. By law, that is a traffic violation. Because it is a traffic violation, as a law enforcement officer, I now have the authority to issue you a citation under my discretion. Now, I have actually been on a stop, actually a couple of stops, in my career, my short career in law enforcement, where we pulled over somebody who it was a new car, had no tags on the motherfucker. Naked. Nothing. Nada. And that's why we pulled it over. Hey man, you don't have no tags, man. I just bought this car. What do you mean you just bought it? I just bought it last night. Damn, you did just buy the car. And you know how many tickets we gave the person? You know how long that person was in jail for? Was that person even taken into custody? No. That person served no time. That person didn't get no ticket. That person didn't go to jail, wasn't put in the back of the car, nothing. Just bought the car. And it was a raggedy motherfucking car at that. It was like a fucking old ass fucking one of them little, not a pickup. Well, it was a pickup, but it was one of those small ass, like a Nissan pickup or some shit. But he just bought it the night before. We pulled over somebody else where we was like, man, this motherfucker here, he got expired tip tags. Expired tip tags. Hey man, you know your tags? Oh yeah, I did. It's been expired for 2 days. Hey man, get those plates on the car. Ask me how long was he arrested for? Not arrested, not taken into custody, no cuffs. The point is, you want to do your job. And if you see somebody breaking the law, you stop them. It's your right. It's your job. Temporary plates. Motherfucker got nothing. It is what it is. I get it. The point is, it's all about how you conduct yourself. He's trying to explain to this guy why he got stopped, what he got stopped for, and this guy's just insisting on being an asshole. Fine. Be an asshole, but don't be mad when you get a ticket for being an asshole. You don't get to determine if I write you a ticket or not when you've already broken the law.
Yeah, okay. Just to know, my father's a retired sergeant for the sheriff.
Now you want a name drop. Just like a female raised man. Now you name dropping once you see your ass about to get a ticket. Just a minute ago, you was motherfucking Tough Tony telling the motherfucker what they did do, what they can't do, how they did this. Now you name dropping. Okay.
Department. And my mom was TPD. So what? Did they teach me what?
Have that respect to police officers, sir?
Respect?
Yes, sir.
He snatched my driver's license when I asked him what he pulled me over for. I had my ID right here. And I said, what you pulled me?
Sir, you don't have to plead your case out to me. Okay?
I don't have to what? Oh, okay, now
He said, you don't have to plead your case to me, man. And you know why he said that? Because, dude, you've already put on, zipped up, put on your hood, and tied up your asshole costume. You're already an asshole. And if I was that police officer, I would be like, fuck him. Give his ass a ticket. I'd absolutely give his ass a ticket. You gonna be an asshole and make my job hard on purpose? Fuck you. Yes, Jason, they definitely talk too much. And I tell police officers that all the time. Y'all stop talking so much to motherfuckers you can't talk to. Explain it once, tell them, and then make them. That's it. Sir, you want this? Sir, can you stop so I can explain to you? You got about this, you gonna tell me this? Sir, let me explain it to you. I'm gonna do this and y'all did this cause you was driving. Fuck it. Give me your ID, give me your registration, give me your shit. I'm gonna write you this ticket, and you can go on your way, sir. I don't want to hear nothing. No. We're done. We are done. Here you go. That's it. I'm telling you, police officers, aspiring police officers, you ask them, you tell them, and then you make them. When you fuck around and keep going back and forth, keep doing it, does nobody any good. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and in some instances, it can lead to somebody getting hurt. You or the person that you're having the interaction with, or an innocent bystander. Stop talking to these motherfuckers that you can't talk to.
Macho, the gang members are here, so they real hard now.
Now they gang members.
The gang members, yep.
What's your badge number, sir?
216.
Yours too?
And there goes his son. Now this the same motherfucker who didn't want nobody talking to his son because they ain't got no ID. Now your son running his fucking mouth. Let a child stay in a child's place. But just like these motherfucking black women do, what do? They let their kids run their mouth like they grown. They talk shit. They let them put their fucking lives in danger and all that shit. Then when some fuck shit happened to them, they fall out and they crying, wearing a fucking airbrush t-shirt and putting balloons and a fucking teddy bear where they got fucking killed at. You letting a child intervene in adult situations. There is no reason for this child to be saying a goddamn thing. You want to record? Fine, son. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't say anything and do what I tell you to do. But what does he do?
558.
Yours?
Yours.
Oh,
I need names. We need
names.
names.
16 and 14.
We need names.
USF game.
We need names and badge numbers, please.
He's showing you how they would be harassed.
Names.
That's why I don't let them drive alone by themselves.
You hear
they
that?
Get harassed.
We
He was driving
They
aggressive.
get
He was
harassed.
the driver.
We need
Which
all
one you ran
y'all.
the red light? You ran the red light right there, right? And the reason I stopped and hit on brakes and you pulled me because I
now listen to his tone.
Hit on brakes because you ran the red light and I thought you was teenagers driving aggressively and I say, look, sons, this is not how to drive.
But that's how to talk to police.
Now here's my thing. Did you just see how he was pointing his finger at them? How he was raising his voice to them? Now, if a police officer came over to his car and was pointing his finger at him and talking loud to him, all you motherfuckers would be talking that defund the police should be like, see, that's disrespectful. You shouldn't talk to him like that. He is being racially profiled. Well, where's the racial profiling at? Tell me where race is anywhere involved in this. Tell me where the race is, the racism is. Tell me where, because he black, this is happening to him. Please point it out. Tell me where this black dude pulled this black man over with his two teenage sons, 13 and 16, pulled them over because they was black, driving a Lexus GS 350.
Yeah, that's what's weird. That's exactly what happened. Now we got other gang members coming up.
Gang members?
Yeah. You're a gang.
Straight?
Yeah. They retired gang members.
Oh, they're retired?
They retired.
There go another black dude. I guess all these black guys out here, gang members, racially profiling this black man with his two black boys being harassed. Do you see how fucking stupid this is?
Sir.
30 plus years. They probably hired a few of you guys. You never know.
Hired a few of you guys. Now you talking shit.
Macho man.
Macho man. You hear?
Are you okay?
This the same guy that said, I don't do nothing. I don't never do nothing to nobody. I was just being a black father in this cold world, trying to raise my black sons. I wasn't doing nothing. Oh, but you calling the police gang members. Now I bet you if he had called your kids gang members, you'd have lost your fucking mind, wouldn't you? Let that police officer had said, hey, are you guys gangbangers? Since he's calling us gangbangers. And that also, thank you, Easy. And all this is for a Lexus GS 350. Nigga, please. I'm sorry. Now, if the nigga was in a Phantom, nigga was in a Panorama, nigga was hell, if the nigga was in a G-Wagon, nigga was in a Wraith, I get it. Niggas in a Bentley, I get it. Maybe. Possibly. Nigga, you in a Lexus GS 350. Nigga, do you realize you can rent that car at the airport? Like, really? Nigga, you can go to Hertz. You can go to National. You can go to budget car rental. You can rent that, man. $52 a day. The fuck you mean they prove me because I got a nice car? Nigga, that car ain't nice. Well, it is. It's just that. Nice.
You're looking kind of hard in here, sir. Oh.
Gang members put on the show, huh?
Gang member.
This is exactly why, every day in and day out, Daddy teach y'all have no clue who I am, but it's all good.
No clue.
It's all good. This is exactly what I teach y'all, boy.
I can tell you exactly who you are, sir. You're an asshole. That's exactly who you are. You are that. I know exactly who you are. You're an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Your education.
Education.
Yeah.
What they pulling up for? It's already 20 of you.
You know what? When Daddy bought his brand new Dodge Charger in 2007, they did the same thing with a paper tag.
Did you hear what he said? They did the same thing to me in 2007 when I brought a Charger. Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga. Do you really think that the police was hating on you in 2007 for a fucking Charger. What does RANV mean, Jason? A real nigga vehicle. Do you really think that that's an extravagant car? Like, that's a real luxurious car. A 2007 Charger? Nigga, that's nothing. You can rent that car. You could probably call up Hertz and be like, hey, y'all got any charges? We sure do, sir. We have 9. Right? Cloth seats, motherfucker. You don't even have the motherfucking souped up. What's the souped up Charger? Is that the Hellcat? Whatever the fuck they call it, or the straight 8, the straight. He didn't even say that. He ain't even got the STR. That's what it is, STR 8. He ain't even got that.
Other gang members pulled me a brand new car.
Gang
did
members.
the same thing.
Dang, bro. Gang member.
Yeah. It's a gang
Hey, you know
member.
what, Truth?
No.
Ugly Truth, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Facts. Nigga, that's a female car. That car right there, that picture in of that car, that's a female car, sir. Look at that motherfucking car. That's a car that a woman drives. Yes. SRT. That's a woman's car. And you acting like you in some real certified fly shit. Man, come on.
On the traffic stop, you ran the red light. You ran the red light and driving aggressively, and you look like a random car.
Right, either that Hellcat, that's the Challenger, ain't it? That's not the Charger. That Challenger is the Hellcat. That's the one that got the insane engine in it, where you can get to 1.21 gigawatts in that motherfucker. Yeah. That's the Challenger. Not the Charger is the little motherfucker. The Challenger is the big motherfucking souped up shit with the little short ass windows in the motherfucker that go fast as hell. Got like 700 horsepower, some shit like that. That's the Challenger, not the Charger. You right.
And I told my sons, look at these guys driving aggressively. Don't drive like this, guys, when y'all start driving. And because I hit on brakes, that's why I got pulled off, because you was right on my butt, and I thought you was a teenager.
Again, like a female, he keeps saying the same shit. He keeps saying the same shit, and he's told him that's at least 3 times he's been told why he was pulled over, but he keeps going back to this fucking story that makes no fucking sense. Yes, he just keeps repeating the same shit, regardless of the truth that he's been told. I don't know if the Charger has a Hellcat trim, but I know that Hellcat is a Challenger. He said, K.E. Lane said every motherfucking Detroit got a Charger. Right. You can go outside and throw a rock and hit a Charger. Just throw a rock out your front window and it's gonna hit a Charger.
Thinking you're a street hawk or something.
Talking shit now.
Yeah, a street hawk. Street hawk, driving aggressively.
I feel bad for you. Yeah.
I really feel bad for these poor kids.
And I feel bad for your poor tail too.
Being taught by that such
and being taught by white people.
See?
I feel bad.
Victim of ignorance. Don't even respond to that, son. A victim of ignorance, that's all.
Victim of ignorance. He don't even understand what's being said. He don't even understand what's being said. He don't even understand. That's what, so when I heard this, I'm like, he sound like them. He sounds like them. So I can guarantee you them kids are getting it from him. And I guarantee you that this man don't have his father. And if he do, his father was woman raised. He sounds like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I promise you I'm not. I am not trying to be disrespectful. But he sounds like the average ghetto bitch. He do. And his sons are sounding like the average ghetto bitch. he don't understand about white people. What does that mean? He said, I feel sorry for them because they don't know how to actually have a conversation and talk with the police. Number one. Number two, they don't know the fucking law. Number three, they don't understand that they ain't doing nothing but digging their own fucking grave, making it worse for them. Trying to be social justice warriors, filming this shit and talking stupid as fuck. And that's why I wanted to do this video. It makes no goddamn sense for you to be this fucking stupid to the point where you won't even shut the fuck up for your own good. Take your ticket, shut the fuck up, go file a complaint, and then you can put the department on blast. But no, can't do that, can you? Because you got to get these motherfuckers told. I got to tell these bitch ass niggas what time it is. Because see, I do this all the time. And that's on who? Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's what he doing. Where the ticket resides, where the ticket resides, where the ticket resides, where the ticket resides. Where the what? What? Where the ticket resides, where the ticket resides, where the ticket resides. Why would you keep going back and forth if you feel this way? Just like, and that's why I salute the guys at the fucking, them two black brothers at the Starbucks should be fucking heroes. They are heroes because they set an example on how you behave. They set an example on how to conduct yourself like men. That's why they were businessmen and they knew how to conduct themselves. Out of all of the fuck shit they pulled at Starbucks, in spite of, and at Starbucks, they were fucking right. And they knew how to conduct themselves. You right? Okay. Yeah, let's go to jail. Come on. Not a problem, sir. Yes, sir, officer. Let's go. And you know what happened? Starbucks shut down for an entire fucking day, and them motherfuckers got paid an obscene amount of money. And Starbucks donated some foundation, started some foundation with them motherfuckers to help more young African Americans establish businesses. That's what happened when you shut the fuck up because you know the law. They knew them officers was wrong, and they let them officers dig their own graves. Come on, fuck up. You too, Starbucks? Y'all gonna fuck up with these officers? Come on, all y'all can fuck up together. Because I'm gonna get an apology from your fucking boss, and I'm gonna get an apology from your corporation, and I'm gonna get a bag full of money because of my trouble, motherfuckers. And to show you how much of a badass they was, they gave the money away. Fuck your money. I'm already rich, bitch. I don't need your money, but I am going to give it away because it's nothing to me. How about that for a fuck you?
Feel bad for us poor kids.
Yeah. Deep down inside, I wish I could help you guys, man.
Yeah.
But I fear that you're beyond belief. You're beyond help, man.
You know that office right there, the one in Ybor City?
No, there's
because you're a TPD officer, so you are the weakest link. You ain't even the sheriff. Hey, my father retired the sheriff right here in Ybor City. So
now you hear that? Talking shit now. Saying guy that don't never do nothing. I don't never do nothing to nobody. Talking cash shit. And this is the same dude early in the video said his mama was TPD. Oh, my daddy was a sheriff, my mama's TPD, but now TPD is the weakest link. Now, if he would have said your mama the weakest link, because she a TPD then, right? That's what you're saying? His feelings would have been hurt. You see what I mean? And this is why I said he acting like a ghetto-ass black bitch, because that's what they do. Start talking shit. The only thing I'm waiting on this nigga to say next is, you big mad? The fuck? You got me fucked up? That's the only thing I'm waiting on next.
So you are the weakest link. You're the sheriff.
You the weakest link. If that ain't no bitch shit, I don't know what is. That nigga sounded like Corey Holcomb ass. You the weakest link. What? You the weakest link. What the fuck does that mean? You the weakest link. That's some bitch shit. And yes, I said Corey Holcomb was acting like a bitch. All that shit with him and Zoe Williams, that nigga acted like an angry, old, bitter, I never reached my goals bitch. And I'm from Chicago, nigga. I can say that shit. What? That's how that nigga acted. And that's how he's acting. That lets you know these men that are raised by black women, they all do the same thing. They got the same type of speech patterns, the same tone. The only thing that this motherfucker ain't doing is popping his lips. They want to just talk reckless than a motherfucker for no reason. Repeating the same thing over and over again for no reason. Can't even understand or comprehend a question that's being asked or the fucking English language because they're so wrapped up in their emotions that they just want to tell it like it is. And then say some stupid shit like Corey said, I stand on it. Just because you say you stand on it don't mean the shit is right, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Who does that? Women do. Women say shit like regardless. Yeah, I said it regardless. Yeah, I did it. So what? Yeah, I did it. And whatever. Yeah, bitch, I said that. Fuck you mean, bitch. Yop. Ain't worried about it. Yep, I sure did. Sure did, honey. Sure did. Don't come for me unless I send for you. Sure did. Just saying. I stand on that, dog. Yeah, I stole that motherfucking car because I needed a ride. And I stand on that. Nigga, what? Yeah, I went into Walmart and stuffed 2 slabs of ribs in my jeans, like my pants, and it looked like motherfucking Walter Payton thigh pads. And I walked out the motherfucker and got caught by the police. I was hungry. I wanted ribs, and I stand on that. Nigga, that don't mean the shit is right. I couldn't believe that nigga kept saying that shit. Yeah, I talked about Grady and his motherfucking and me and him fucking bitches on the road, even though he a married man, and even though I ain't married no more, I'ma tell the truth, and I stand on that. Oh, so you telling me that you gonna fuck up another man's life? You're gonna fuck with another man's marriage. You're gonna embarrass this man on a motherfucking national fucking, on a worldwide platform, because you can get YouTube anywhere in the world. You're gonna put this man's business out here and his exploits, regardless of what he got going on at home with his wife, whether she know or she don't. You feel you need to tell this man's business. This man's business. Because you want to tell the truth and you stand on that? Fuck you mean? Nigga, that shit is wrong. There is no I stand on that when you telling another man's business about another man's life. Cause you want to tell the truth now. I'm from Chicago. I'm from 59 so Robert Taylor home. Yeah, nigga, you never ran it. Fuck you talking about? Just cause you say that's where you from the hood. Nigga, I'm from the Wild Hunters, 12 Deuce Lowdown, nigga. I never ran it. That don't mean that I'm an authority on motherfucking gang banging. I'm an authority on hood shit, tough shit. I'm not. I know them niggas, grew up with them niggas, seen them niggas do all kind of fuck shit, did some fuck shit on my own, but I'm not that. Nigga, you been in LA for the past motherfucking 30 years. Fuck you talking about? You don't see D-Ray and them talking about, yeah, I'm from the hundreds, nigga. All them niggas grew up together. Not grew up together, but all them niggas in the same little comedy circle. Deion Cole, D-Ray, Corey, all them niggas. And who's the least successful out of them? Who's probably the most bitter out of all of them? Corey. He's the one that's never quite hit his mark. Yeah, he doing his thing on the chitlin circuit, can go and sell out any lounge. From here to motherfucking California all the way back down to Florida. Sure can. Tony know what that is. He know where that's at. I think Tony from Chicago. But I'm just saying, why do you feel the need to put another man's business out there? That's the shit women do. That's what hoe ass niggas do. I'm telling y'all. And any nigga from Chicago that's really from Chicago know that that nigga was sitting up there not just dry snitching. He straight up snitched on this nigga. He straight up snitched on this nigga. So all that tough shit, I stand on that, all that shit, niggas don't know. Niggas know in Chicago, everywhere else across the fucking world, that's some bullshit. I ain't gonna talk about what another man do no fucking way. It ain't none of my business. Wherever the fuck he go, whatever the fuck he do, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So therefore, there is no need for me to ever repeat it. You want to talk about the bitches you fucking on the road? Do just that. Talk about the bitches you fucking on the road. Corey was foul as much as that nigga, and my thing was this, as much as that nigga talk shit, I don't know why I'm talking about this shit, I need to go ahead and move on. As much as that nigga talk cash shit about keeping it a buck, keeping it 100, standing on that, that was some hoe ass shit that nigga did with that man's wife. And I don't know Grady like that. I don't even know Corey. I know of them niggas. I know niggas who know them niggas. But that was some hoe ass shit. There was no Rooster, that nigga would get a violation for that. That nigga come to gold, he getting a violation. He at the folks meeting, he getting a violation. Real talk. You talking about, you telling everybody what this man did out wherever the fuck he was. Just cause you saw it, you gonna tell it? Nigga, you get your ass beat. And in some instances, nigga, you get your ass killed for doing some shit like that. Then you talking about, I just stand on that. That's what I stand on. Nigga, you standing on some hoe shit. There is no reason for another man to talk about what another man is doing, especially to the public. Especially to the public. You don't know what that man and his wife got going on. They could be having an open relationship or they could be on the verge of a divorce. You gonna break up that motherfucking family and the nigga like the motherfucker, and I don't care what nobody say, the nigga was mad because that nigga said, I know the nigga who raising your son. Facts. I stand on that. That's it. I'm so tired of men who call themselves men acting like and carrying on like women. Cackling, gossiping, motherfucking doing all this stupid shit just for attention, just for likes, and all that other shit. I'm so tired of it. Right, he talking about Grady ain't no gangster, he from Homewood. All right, that's true. True to the motherfucker. Grady talking about, I'm a gangbanger. Grady know he ain't no gangbanger. He might have seen some gangbangers. He might know some gangbangers. But what is the point of that? Should he have said it? No. And like them niggas say, that's a cap. Yes. That is a cap. But that's your man. You stood that nigga up. You propped that nigga up. You sat next to that nigga every week on Tuesday. You was the nigga talking about this, my boy. So the first time that nigga said it, you should have just said, Grady, you ain't no gangbanger, nigga. Stop. Stop it. You need to fix that. I'd have been like, you a gangbanger? You gangbang. No, I don't give a fuck if that's my man. You ain't gonna sit there and just lie like that. Nigga on the show with me talking about he a killer, and I know this nigga ain't no killer. Hey man, come on, man. Will you defend yourself? Yes. That don't mean you a killer. I know killers. I'm not a killer. Will I kill a nigga? Yes, but I am not a killer. I know how killers look. I know how killers act. I'm not that. You'll never hear me saying, I'm a killer, nigga. You'll never hear me saying that. 5950 State Street, nigga. You'll never hear me saying that. It is what it is, man. I'm so tired of men, though, acting like women. Stand up and have a conversation. Speak, be logical, and get out your feelings.
When you're done talking, let me know. I got something to say.
City policemen are cowards.
City policemen are.
Do you notice how that's what men do? All them insults that he gave, all that shit he was talking, repeating himself. You finished talking? Let me know. That shit that's some man talking to a bitch type shit. You sitting here talking, you running off at the mouth, you calling me names. You ain't gonna do shit. That's my thing. That's what I say to motherfuckers. Then you ain't gonna do shit. Do something. Like baby boy said. Do something. I've told niggas that that complete strangers in my car, cutting me off, whatever the fuck, blowing your horn, riding my ass, pull up alongside of me. I let my window down, pistol in hand. Nigga, do something. Fuck you talking. I ain't gonna be talking to you, blowing my horn. Fuck you, guy. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck your whole ass nigga. Nigga, do something. That's it. That's all you gonna see from me. That's the most you gonna get out of me. If it's gonna go there, it's gonna go there. Do something. Now, I'm waiting on that. I'm ready after that. What's the move? Fuck all this back and forth, giving you the bird, flipping you off. Fuck all that. Do something. Tell a man that. If you a man and you really about that shit, you about that life, that's all you should have to hear. Nigga, do something. What you want to do? What you want to do? Run your mouth, talk that shit. Oh, okay, you all talk. All right. Fuck you, guy. Fuck you. Oh, okay. That's all right. I got you. Go ahead. Lip service. Let the window back up. He ain't doing shit. He just talking. He just fooling about. Like motherfucker Doc Holland, like Johnny Ringo said. Hey man, I thought we had a game for blood. I was just fooling about. Till Doc Holliday called his bluff. Said I wasn't. That's all he said. I wasn't. Now Johnny Ringo backed into a corner. All right, Lunger, let's do it. What else he say after that? Say when. That's all he said. Hey Johnny, we had a game we was playing, didn't we? We had a game we needed to finish. For blood, right? Johnny tried to back out that shit 6 ways out of Sunday. Oh, I was just fooling about. Well, I wasn't. Looking right at his ass. Come on, Johnny. You owe me. We playing for blood, ain't it? Let's see who's the fastest. Let's see who the best is. Say when. Motherfucker barely got his gun out the holster and shot into the ground. Unless he that motherfucker doing that gator walk with a hole in his head. And Doc like, come on. Come on. You're no Daisy. You're no Daisy at all. That's man shit there. When you ain't fucking around, you gonna call it to the table. Let's go. Right now. Let's not talk no more. Let's get it cracking. What's bracking? Brand new whip, new mansion.
All right,
I turned down
Hey, tell your
positions.
father thank him for his service on my behalf.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. He's
I'm
deceased.
appreciative.
He's
I'm
deceased.
appreciative of that.
Yeah, he's deceased.
He'll show them respect.
Feel threatened.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
for his
okay.
father.
They gonna feel threatened.
I was just putting the registration up. It's all
They
good.
gonna feel threatened. Some type
Sir,
of
there's
way.
very
He's a
little you or your
Why
family
are you
can do
talking
to threaten
him?
me right now, man.
And that's some bullshit
If it
right
makes
there.
you feel any safer.
No, I feel very safe.
That's good.
That white boy, like, I wish you would, like, do some fuck shit so we can get it cracking. That white boy right now looking like I'll fight you right now. Head up. Take all this shit off. We can scrap right now. There's nothing you can do or say that will make me feel threatened, sir.
That's our job, man, to make everybody in the community feel safe.
Hey, don't turn around.
Smiling the whole time.
I'm just defending myself with my words.
With my words. I'm just defending myself. Hey, click that like button while y'all watching. While y'all watching this.
My son,
Even on
13
the
years
replay.
old back there, he beating on the back window.
Okay, sir, can I explain something?
No, I'm gonna see a sergeant after all y'all give me my stuff back because he was beating on the back window with my 13-year-old.
We have a criminal charge right now. We can take you to jail. So
Criminal charge? What criminal charge you got on me?
You're operating a motor vehicle that is not registered in the state of Florida. That's a criminal charge. Okay.
It's not.
So we can just check me out. Please don't walk yourself into jail now. We're not
Walk
trying to take
yourself
you to
in
jail.
jail.
Understand
Hush your
this.
mouth.
You're
See, you hear the son? Run in your mouth. I will never let my son talk shit. My son, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
operating motor vehicle that's not registered. That's a criminal charge. It's
Hush
a
your mouth.
misdemeanor.
Okay.
So if these
so the
officers
tag,
wanted to,
you
they
about
could
4
take you
minutes
to
too
jail.
late with that,
my
Dad.
tag just
Sir,
came
your
in the mail
vehicle
though.
is not registered. Whatever you got going on with the dealership, that's on you. You're
got
responsible
going
for
on.
operating and maintaining this vehicle. Right now, you're operating a vehicle that's not registered. It's a misdemeanor in the state of Florida. We can take you to jail and we can impound the
Systematically
vehicle.
something in the system that got screwed up.
Sir, that's not on
But
us.
That's not on us.
It's not on us either.
Yes,
the
it is. It's on
dealership,
you.
man.
You hear how stupid this nigga is? That's not on us. That's not just like a black woman. No responsibility, no accountability. That's not on us. That's not on us. It is not on us either. It ain't on us either. Dude, he's explaining it to you. Look, man, it's showing that it's not registered. There could be an issue. It could be that it is all good. All I'm telling you is that what's here now, what I'm seeing right now, that it ain't. And it's my discretion. It's a criminal offense, even though it's a misdemeanor, which is basically he telling you, like, we ain't even gotta go here, but if you keep on with your bitch assness, we gonna get it in.
Messed up on
It's on
something.
you, sir. It's on you.
It's on you.
So check this
No,
out.
but
What I
I'm
would
saying they
suggest
just
you to
mailed
do-
me
listen,
my.
I'm not gonna raise my voice.
No,
okay?
they just
I'm not
mailed
gonna
me
raise
my
voice.
tag.
see that?
What I
My
would suggest-
fiance can send
Are
me
you
my
gonna keep
tag
talking
right
over
now.
me?
Do you hear that? And that's how he just told on himself. They just mailed me my tag. My fiance can send me my tag right now. How come you don't have your tag on, Mr.? And the only reason why I'm saying this because of I'm Mr. I don't do nothing to nobody. I don't do nothing. I'm Mr. Law-abiding citizen. I always do what's right. I'm the guy that don't do nothing wrong. How come your tag ain't on your car then, sir? All you got you bought? Then you should have your tag on your shit. Because you just told on yourself. You got your tag already. It's in the mail. It came through in the mail. You got it, but you didn't put it on. You know why you didn't put it on? Because you was like, cool, I still got my temporary shit going, and it may not be expired until next week, but fine. Point is this. The dealership probably didn't file your shit right, and it's showing that your shit is wrong. It's not registered. So why don't you just shut the fuck up and say, officer, could you please, I got my tags. I didn't know that. I have talked to the dealership. I get it. The shit is wrong. Can you please show me just a little courtesy? Let me go. Promise I'll get the tag. And if he be like, no, I'm taking your ass in, you could be like, all right, well, I'm going to jail now anyway, so fuck you. All right, fine, you bitch ass nigga. Take me to jail, you whole ass motherfucker. Then you talk all that shit.
But I'm saying, I got a question. I got a question.
Come over here. You're operating a motor vehicle that's not registered. That's a criminal charge. It's a misdemeanor.
Okay.
So if these
so the
officers wanted
tag.
to,
You see how he won't let him talk? Like a bitch. He's just like a bitch. He won't let him, he just won't shut up for his own good. Stop holding court in the street. Stop trying to be right. And sometimes just shut up and get out your own way. Because what'll more than likely happen is you probably won't even get a ticket.
they can take you to jail.
They just, my tag just
Sir,
came
your
in the
vehicle
mail
is
though.
not registered. Whatever you got going on with the dealership, that's on you. You're
got
responsible
going
for
on.
operating and maintaining this vehicle. Right now, you're operating a vehicle that's not registered. It's a misdemeanor in the state of Florida. We can take you to jail and we can impound the
Systematically
vehicle.
something in the system that got screwed up.
Sir, that's not on us.
That's not on us.
It's not on us either.
Yes,
The
it is. It's on
dealership
you.
messed up on
It's on
something.
you, sir. It's on you.
How it's not?
So check this
no,
out.
but
What I
I'm
would
saying they
suggest
just
you to
mailed
do-
me
listen, I'm
my.
not gonna raise my voice.
No,
okay?
they just
I'm not
mailed
gonna
me
raise
my
voice.
tag.
But what I
My
would suggest-
fiance can send
Are
me
you
my
gonna keep
tag
talking
right
over
now.
me?
But I'm saying
He's
I got a
explaining
question.
it.
I
won't
got a
stop.
He's
question.
talking. He's trying to explain something to you.
He's trying to
okay?
explain it to you.
All right.
If it's not registered, why did they send me a tag?
Wait to ask
Now here's the thing. Anytime you got a white woman upset and explaining some shit to you, you know you fucking up. Anytime, not just a white woman, but a woman, period, as a man is telling you to shut up because he's trying to explain something to you and you won't stop, this is what women do. They love to bicker and go back and forth and talk about shit that don't matter. Fine. But when you got one telling you to stop, hey man, let me tell you something. Anytime that my wife says, honey, let me explain something to you, I'm going to be like, whoop, hold on. I'm going to get my DJ Clue. New shit. Explain to you, stopping me to explain something to me. I want to hear it. Now, if we talking about some other shit, talking about what's on TV, talking about who said they love you first, we was dating and all that shit, that's one thing. We can argue over that shit till the cows come home. My wife, especially out in public, is saying, honey, let me explain something to you. I need to shut the fuck up. Because obviously, I've either missed something or there's some new information that either she's gotten that I didn't, or that she heard that I didn't, that I need to hear. That's exactly what's happening. You got this woman telling you to stop because you kept going and you still going and you won't stop. That's a problem.
Question when he's done explaining it. That would make sense. I want to talk to you over there because the next step is putting you in handcuffs and taking you to jail.
Putting him in handcuffs.
I'm telling his ass.
That's fine. You're over here. Sir, listen to what he's saying to stop playing games. That's fine.
And this somebody whose father was a police officer. That's why I don't understand. Like, you saying your father was a police officer, your mama was a police officer, and you running your fucking mouth like this? Why?
Wow.
You're showing and you're proving that you don't understand and you're not willing to understand. So the next step is to take you to jail.
He just gave him the warning in case you didn't hear. He said, I'm trying to explain it to you over and over again, motherfucker. I'm just paraphrasing, motherfucker, but you seem to be running your mouth and you're not stopping. So the next move is going to be to take your punk ass to jail. Yes, look at his body language, Jason. Sitting there like a mad bitch. Only thing he ain't doing is this. Okay, fine. That's the only thing that motherfucker ain't doing, but he's standing there with his arms crossed, mad. And he's the motherfucker who got the paperwork that ain't right. All that shit about the dealership, it's a brand new car, I got it from the whatever. It ain't our fault. That's the dealer's fault. It ain't not be your fault, but motherfucker, you're responsible for it. This ain't about whose fault is it, it's about responsibility. You are responsible for this, sir. It's your vehicle. You paid a note. You paid for it cash. I don't give a shit. You're responsible for it.
That's what I'm going to do. If you don't understand that, I'm going to take you to jail if you continue to behave this way. I want you to understand is this vehicle is not registered. I don't care what happened with the dealership. That's not my problem. That's your problem.
And here's the thing, too. And I credit to the officer. He got him out the car to, number one, wake his ass up to let him know, motherfucker, you're getting one step closer to going to jail. But the other part to that, too, is he didn't want to have that conversation where he's checking his ass in front of his kids. He's giving them all the respect that you possibly can give a motherfucker without motherfucking taking their ass to jail and putting the cuffs on. He really is.
So when these officers are telling you the reason they pulled you over is because your vehicle's not registered. All right, I wasn't there for the initial traffic stop, but me coming up, your attitude is completely
Oh, you wasn't here? Oh, okay. I thought you was.
So what you need to realize is this. Right now, you committed a criminal violation of jail.
How you don't know who was already there at the scene on your traffic stop? Oh, yeah, Jason. I would have been locked this motherfucker up. After that first time, when he cut me off, I would have told his ass right then and there. Well, I would have told him right then and there, hey, look, man, I can either explain this to you, and here's a tactic for you police officers, my LEOs out there. I would have started off the conversation like, stop 1 second, sir. I can either explain this to you, or I can just take you to jail. But what I will not do is go back and forth and argue with you. And I'm not going to let you just monopolize the conversation by some long drawn out story. Those are the options, and that's what's happening. What do you choose? Do you want me to explain it to you, or do you want me to just take you to jail? Because I'm not about to do a bunch of back and forth. I ain't got time to go back and forth with you niggas. Because I'm living the good life.
These officers are offering to give you a citation instead of taking you to jail. Okay? It may be funny, but what's not going to be.
Yeah, you got that motherfucking bullshit ass grin on you, that shit eating grin on your face. Because now that his ass is out the car, he's starting to realize, I need to shut the fuck up because I just might wind up going to jail. And I don't need to do that.
When you go to jail and your kids have to get picked up and you take your car, that's not going to be funny. Then you have to pay thousands of dollars to get it out of impound and bail yourself out. It's not worth it. You need to lose your attitude, sir. And then, not right now. When I'm done.
Not right now. Shut the fuck up.
10 police cars.
And that's why he's telling them, and listen to his son running his mouth. He's trying to tell them, when you in the wrong, shut the fuck up. When you in the wrong, shut the fuck up. Because the only thing you got working for you now is a little bit of grace, a little bit of mercy. If you're in the wrong, shut up. They just told you that you're in the wrong. This ain't about you tapping on the brakes because they ran a red light. It's about your car not being registered. And I don't give a fuck whose fault it is. It's not ours. And it's damn sure gonna be the responsibility of you to fix it. That's it. Shut up.
And we in the wrong because we just got a car. That's crazy. Definitely know the law.
No, you little, let me tell your little 16-year-old ass something. No, you little young ass nigga, you don't know the law. Because if you knew the law, you would have known that a vehicle that is not registered is against the law. Whether you got the paperwork or not, motherfucker, that's your problem. But you so busy being a bitch, you so busy, yeah, he got 10 cars out here. Here's the other thing too. There is no limit, shout out to Master P, there is no limit as to how many police officers can respond to a call. And in today's climate, with the shit that goes on in today with police and civilians, I would want as many police officers as I could possibly get on every fucking stop. Just so I can have more witnesses, more body cams, more angles of the fuck shit that people try to pull and the fuck shit that people try to do. Because the thing is this, if that dude was still just dealing with that black police officer in the beginning and they would have been going back and forth, that dude would have been talking more cash shit than a little bit like he was. He started dialing that shit back when he got pulled out that car and he saw it's about motherfucking 8 officers out here ready to dive on your punk ass if you try to go left and talk that side shit, that side eye shit. Shout out to Adam Davis and hit your boy with $5. Thank you, man. Says salute to Brian and all my fellow officers who wear the badge. Thank you, sir. And hit me up with $1.99. All right, brother.
You should know that if your parents are law enforcement. That's what I'm about to say. So all I'm telling
And that's why he's telling them, you should know that if your families are in law enforcement. Yes, you should, motherfucker. And your punk ass son should know the shit too, instead of talking shit. You know how I know? Because my dad was in law enforcement. I had uncles that were in law enforcement. They are retired now. But the point is, I knew to shut the fuck up. I knew to shut the fuck up and let the officer run the show. And when he gave me an opportunity to speak, that's when I would let him know who my dad was. Even when I was the police and got pulled over for speeding. Shout out to all of the deputies out in Allegheny County that let me go. Shout out to all the officers out in Holland, Michigan that let me go because I had my ID. Yeah. But I would let them pull me over. I would let them ask me for my driver's license and my insurance or my registration. I would submit all of that. And I would usually have that information, like my sheriff's ID. I would have it out. I wouldn't badge flash them, because some police officers can take offense to that. I would have my ID out. And it would open it up, and I'd have my driver's license in one little spot and have my sheriff's ID right there, so that they can see it, because they usually will have a light in the car when you hand them shit they want to see. And they will see, oh, you work for Allegan. Yes, sir, I do. Oh, okay. Hey, man, let me just check you out, see if everything is good. Or, all right, man, just slow down, man. Be safe. Police officer telling me, hey, man, I caught you speeding or whatever. In Chicago, hey, I caught you speeding, man, or something. Or they see the law enforcement stick in the window. Hey, you know somebody in law enforcement? Who? Yeah, my dad. Who's your dad? Dad Sergeant Herbert Redmond of the Chicago Police Department. Oh, okay. 8th District. HBT. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Herbie. Yeah, I know Redmond. Redmond was my sergeant. Oh, I work with your dad over in gang crimes. But I wouldn't just, as soon as they put me up, my daddy the police. Y'all, I know law enforcement. Y'all, you the weakest link. Officer, whoever you are, you a blue shirt. You a bitch ass nigga. My daddy works SWAT. My daddy worked HBT. They don't call it SWAT in Chicago. They call it HBT. My daddy worked HBT, nigga. My daddy worked gang crimes, bitch. My daddy worked special operations, you hoe ass nigga. I didn't do none of that stupid shit. I would wait, let the officer tell me what I did. I apologize, officer. Sorry, didn't see you. Whatever the case may be. Hey, I was in uniform doing 100 miles an hour going to a security detail, B93 out in Allegan at 5 in the morning. Roll call was at 6. It's like 5:45. Can't miss roll. Flying. Flew past the officer. Officer come, whoop, 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 hitting them lights on my ass. I was one exit away from where I needed to get off at, where our detail was. I took that exit, got off, and pulled right over. Let the windows down, let my hands out. Hey, man. Dude saw my sleeves and said, oh, shit, man. Said, hey, man, just trying to make sure I was on time for roll call, baby. He's like, all right, man, no worries. But I didn't, what the fuck you pulling me over for, because I'm black? No.
I don't care who your family is, you committed a crime right now, so that's why you're being
And actually, when that dude pulled me over because I was doing 100, I was flying by him. He was sitting in the cut with no lights on. He didn't have his fog lights on. He was totally dark. And I told him, hey, man, I apologize. I didn't see you. Oh, no, man, don't worry about it. I said, no, I still apologize. I didn't see you. Now, has that always worked for me? For the most part, yeah. But I was driving back from Memphis, doing like 85, coming back from Memphis through Michigan, got pulled over about maybe 30 miles outside of Holland, and the motherfucking police officer pulled me over and said, nah, nigga, I'm writing your ass up. You doing 85 in a motherfucking traffic, in a traffic zone, even though it was 2 in the morning. There wasn't a car out there but his. When I went down there, I was supposed to get, I think it was a $245 ticket or some shit like that. Turned out to only be $125. Hey, man, I take it. It is what it is. I was wrong.
The next step is going to be you going to jail. So what I would suggest is that you go back and sit in your car, and when they bring you your citations, you're going to initial them, you're going to thumbprint them, and then you're not going to drive this car out of here. You're going to have to find an alternative route, because this car is not legal to be driven out of the state of Florida.
I want to know why they mailed me a tag, though.
I want to know why they mailed me a tag.
We're not out here looking for the petty stuff, but when you give us a reason,
The tip jar is the same real car. But according to the state of Florida, I guess he's got this real tag, but instead of Florida's issue this real tag, why the real tag is in the car, I don't know. But it's not
See?
Them just said we trying to get away with the car.
Well, I was just asking a question. If I'm mailed a tag from the DMV, but I'm saying you mailed me a tag from the DMV. So how I know the vehicle's not registered? I don't know.
And here's the whole thing to this. Let me explain this to you. So they write him a ticket. Let's say the ticket is, I don't know, $50 or $250. Let's say it's $100 million ticket. When he goes to court, all he has to do is contest the ticket, go to court, and say, Your Honor, here's my registered information. I don't know why. I guess because of the dealership, there was an error. The vehicle was actually registered. Everything checked out. I actually got my plates the day I got this ticket. It came in through the mail, so that shows that I got my vehicle free and clear. It was all good. For whatever reason in the system, it didn't show up. Whatever was processed wrong at the dealership, I don't give a goddamn. It was a glitch in the matrix. I get it. Here's my information that shows you, Your Honor. On that day, my vehicle was actually registered, and I did not break the law. And you know what that judge is going to say? Oh, okay. Case dismissed. You want to know how I know that? Because somebody said, you don't know that, man. The racist system and the racist judges and the racist, them motherfuckers that do. You know how I know that? Because I got a ticket once for not having insurance. And the reason why I got that ticket for not having insurance, I was in one of those safety tracks or them safety inspection things where they check to make sure you ain't driving drunk, make sure that you got the proper license, vehicle registration. I couldn't find my insurance. In Illinois, you have to have insurance. Whether it's SR22 or full coverage, you gotta have insurance to drive a vehicle or to operate a vehicle in Illinois. In most places, you gotta do that now. But I couldn't find it in my glove box. Right there in the glove box, couldn't find it. I don't know why, but that's always been a thing for me sometimes. I just can't find my insurance. But now I got one of them little things that you keep it in, and you know it's always there. It's a little, whatchamacallit, State Farm joint. But I couldn't find my insurance. The officer wrote me a ticket for not having insurance. Well within his right, I couldn't produce it. I told him I do have it. And back then, this wasn't the age of the cell phone where you can just have a copy of it sent to your phone and have a picture of it and do it like you can do now. But even back then, this was back in the late 90s or whatever, I didn't have it. He wrote me a ticket for it. I went to court, contested the ticket, and told the judge I had insurance. I could not find my insurance card at the time. The judge says, okay, if you show me your insurance card and it proves that you had insurance on this date, we can throw it out. I showed him. He saw it. Oh, okay. Boom. He threw the shit out. No problem. Was I inconvenienced? Yes, because of my time, but it's because I couldn't find my goddamn insurance card because I had a bunch of papers and shit in my dirty ass glove box that I couldn't sift through. Police is sitting there waiting like, motherfucker, come on. We got this damn safety trap going. We need to give me something. That's what it is.
Got a registration from the dealership?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what we tell them. The dealership screwed up. That ain't on me, Quinn. And here's how you know the dealership fucked up. Because the dealership gave him free tickets to go see the fucking Lakers. 4 tickets. One for him, his 2 kids, and his fiance to go see LeBron 15 rows back from courtside. That ain't no cheap ticket. That ain't no cheap game.
But I thought you was in the car with them. What I'm saying is when I came through, he didn't turn his lights on at first. I seen the car run the red light and they was behind me. So I'm like,
the same fucking story.
He's driving all aggressive like this. So I hit my brake. Yeah, but but I was telling my sons, hey, don't be driving aggressively like this. And then, no, but what I'm saying is, he didn't identify himself to a police officer. He was in an unmarked vehicle. I thought they was driving aggressively in an unmarked vehicle. I know.
That is not against the law for the police to drive in an unmarked vehicle aggressively. It's not against the law, dude. Why do you keep saying that? I have no idea. But it's stupid. It makes no sense. It is not relevant. It has no weight in the conversation because you were not pulled over because you hit your brakes.
But it was behind me, right up on my butt. When you approached me, I didn't say he wasn't the police. I'm saying when he directly was behind me and driving aggressively, and they zoomed through the light, I thought these was teenagers driving aggressively. Okay, and that's all it was. And then when he asked me for my ID, I'm like, why did you pull me? Because when I thought he had an attitude because when I seen him right up on my butt and swerve and run the red light, I'm like, these teenagers about to hit me. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
And here's my problem with this, y'all. Because somebody could be watching this and say, look, it was just a misunderstanding. Here's the thing. Men, grown niggas, should not have to be explained. You shouldn't have to explain something like this many times over and over again to a grown-ass man. You grown enough to buy a brand new Lexus GS 350, your ass should be grown enough to understand how to interact with the police and have a conversation with another man as opposed to talking shit.
That's fine. I thought he had an attitude because I had hit on brakes. You see what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying? The damn shame.
Yeah, now I know about it. A tag came in the mail today, though.
Today? You know.
So we can't even leave in the car again. Coco got to come pick us up with two kids at the house.
Coco, who is Coco? It don't matter. But I'm going to bet and say that's the fiance and her two kids, and he with his two kids. Because I bet that's what it is. But whatever. They fiance, they engaged. So that's good. Shout out to families.
Because when you're in the wrong, you have the right to end up going to jail. You gotta pay them.
Yep.
But how can you give me a registration at the dealership?
How the fuck would he know about what happened with you and your car at the dealership? Why does he keep harping on it? All he's talking about is what's happened at the dealership and the fact that an unmarked police car ran a light and that's why he slammed on the brakes. It has nothing to do with your vehicle not being registered, sir. For whatever reason. Not saying it's your fault, but you're responsible for the vehicle that you're operating. I don't understand why he keeps trying to get them to figure it out. Here's the problem, though. Had you been a little more respectful, had you been a little more fucking cooler, and had you not been bitching and fucking whining, you probably would have been gone and been home by now, sir.
Basically, had a lot of
Now you big man.
But I got three grips. I got a Nissan Titan, Dodge Charger.
I don't know why.
I got a Nissan Titan, got a Lexus, and got a Dodge Charger. I got 3 goddamn vehicles. Now I gotta get this because this one ain't rich. Hey man.
When that's an attack, we know that the inspiration is coming out.
Steven said it's entertaining watching him repeat himself.
I understand though, but no, it's not they care because they're not the ones who take, right? They know
Like the motherfucker at a Lexus dealership can't fuck up on paperwork.
That's why they don't care if something's wrong. So just understand that when you have to tag and you recognize that your vehicle is not.
I was talking to the lieutenant about it. He's like, I think they were just stuff.
Nigga, you should be embarrassed out here. You got a woman sitting here explaining to your ass what the fuck probably happened with your fucking car that you bought yourself as a grown ass man. Your grown ass is out here getting explained to by 4 different motherfuckers. What the fuck is going on, and you still ain't getting it?
Right, basically. Not that they were at the club, but just like that's what I was going to do. But they flashing our guns and our money. Other cars, so it that's what he thought. And I'm like, I rewatched the video. I'm like, you know, I think you're right. I don't think they're actually. I don't know. Like I thought the course. They got 3 Tango guys out there. I just looked at someone. I didn't know you guys did that. Are they out there? No, I'm saying I didn't know in the car. In the car. I thought someone was driving the car right on my rear on a brand new car. Something happened before we got out. You guys don't have to say that.
Exactly. Why are you knocking on a 14-year-old window?
That's okay. We thought you had an attitude also. Yeah. Signed here by this yet?
I need my glasses. Can I get my glasses?
Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. All of that had to be explained to 3-4 different times. You steady saying the same shit over and over again that absolutely meant not a goddamn thing. All because you couldn't shut the fuck up and get out of your own way. And I bet $100 that if that police officer, the first dude, if he would have just been cool and been like, man, I'm sorry, I didn't know my vehicle wasn't registered. I just bought the car. It's a brand new Lexus GS 350. If he'd have just been cool and said, the dealer may have done something wrong, I'll take it up with them and get it addressed. Please, officer, can you just let me go? Or, I understand, officer, do what you need to do. I didn't know that the vehicle wasn't registered. It must have been something on the dealer end, but whatever you need to do, go ahead and do it. I bet you that police officer would have let him go. Because you don't want to write a motherfucking ticket for no stupid shit like that. I'm telling you. And then if he contested, you got to go to court, show up to court, and be there for. You ain't doing all of that over no goddamn registration. But because you're being a dick, because you want to be an asshole, because you woman raised, that's what happened. And like Mega Mortis said, I just don't understand what's so hard about your car needs to be registered. It's not registered. Register it. That's simple. Just do the job, man. Do what the fuck you're supposed to do. Let me do what the fuck I'm supposed to do. And then you can call the dealership tomorrow and cuss them the fuck out. And then you would have got your 4 Lakers ticket, just like you did. You would have got your ticket. You probably wouldn't have got a ticket at all, but you could have cussed out the dealership and be like, hey, I got pulled over and got embarrassed by the goddamn police officer in front of my sons, my 2 black sons. We got embarrassed because y'all motherfuckers didn't do y'all paperwork. We're so sorry, sir. We'll give you 4 tickets to see Lakers. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. And it would have been over and done with. No harm, no foul. It is what it is. Dealership fucked up. Police officers did their job, and I shut my fucking mouth. No problem. 15 rows back, courtside, Lakers. For my inconvenience. And yes, JB, going back to the question that we initially put the pin in, shout out to Just Jay. How is this racial profile? How is this racially motivated? How is this anything that has something to do with race even involved in this stop? Why do the police officers need to be more trained? Why do you need to know that these police officers get trained when you were the dumbass? You were the person that didn't know the law, so I need more training as an officer? But here's the problem. The reason why all this NAACP shit got involved, the reason why all that extra shit got involved, and the extra motherfuckers, the oversight committee and investigation is launched, is because of the climate we've allowed ourselves to get moved into. And that's where police officers are wrong, no matter what. Civilians are right, no matter what. I can pull out a knife, you can shoot me, you're wrong. I can take a gun, shoot you, you shoot me back, you're wrong. I cannot obey your commands. I can motherfucking steal on you, take your taser, shoot at you with it, hit your ass upside the head and try to shoot you again with it. You shoot me, you're wrong. That's the age that we've gotten into. That's what shit is, how bad shit has gotten to where every interaction with the police, no matter if they're doing their job by the fucking book or not, it's going to get reviewed if it's a black person involved with a white cop. This instance, there was a black person and a black cop involved, still getting reviewed. Still getting reviewed. Black cop, black person, still racially motivated, still racially infused, still being racially profiled. How, Sway? How? You ain't in no fancy fucking car, dude. You ain't in no fucking Audi 8, goddammit. Your ass is in a fucking Lexus GS, a Toyota, motherfucker. That ain't no fancy car. That ain't no expensive ass car that I can't see no black folks riding in. I'm jealous of this nigga. He probably getting hoes with that GS 350. Boy, please. If anything, I'd have thought you was driving your girl's car back to the house. Oh, this your mom's car? Okay. I get it. You was going to get gas for your wife? Oh, okay, I got you. I see that. Insane. And the fact that we've gotten to this point, it's a problem, people. Police officers can't do their job. Then the minute somebody get hurt, where the police? Police officers need to be defunded. The minute you get your ass shot, call the police. We need to defund the police. Police officers need to get fried like bacon, pigs in a blanket. The minute you get your ass stabbed, call the police. Minute police, you don't want the police to do this. The police ain't this. The police racist. Police do this. The minute your boyfriend show up who got a restraining order, first thing out your mouth, call the police. My son about to kick my ass. My daughter about to beat my ass again. Call the police. Then when the police show up, oh, we gonna tell you what to do and how to do it, police officer. Don't do nothing that don't. Dude coming at the police with a gun, with a knife. You call your uncle is drunk. Your uncle acting crazy. He wilding out. First thing you want to do, call the police. Police show up. Your crazy ass uncle come running after the police with a knife. Police shoot your uncle. Why you do that? What you do that for? He wasn't doing nothing. So many niggas done died from nothing. It's a pandemic. How he died? He got shot by the police. What'd he do? Nothing. What happened? He got shot by the police. What'd he do? Nothing. All these niggas dying of nothing. Nothing is a pandemic. Fuck COVID. Right, Mega Mortis. The just fucking around crew have a negligent discharge. Who they call? Police. And the white police at that. The white paramedics to come help the just fucking around crew. You get 500 niggas together with guns, somebody's gonna get shot. It's guaranteed. And the minute they get shot, who you want to come help you? Who you with? White people. Who you with? White police. Who you with? White paramedics. Who you with? White hospital. It is what it is. Here's the thing. Here's the message. When the police pull you over, number one, shut the fuck up. Number two, if you don't know the law, shut the fuck up. Number three, if you do know the law, shut the fuck up. And number four, if you got an attitude and you talk shit, still, shut the fuck up. Because when you don't know the law, when you're running your goddamn mouth, and you think you know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're irritated, you gonna turn shut the fuck up will easily get turned into getting locked the fuck up, will easily get turned into getting shot the fuck up. You see how that works? It all ends with you getting fucked. Because you don't know how to shut the fuck up, you will wind up getting locked the fuck up, or even worse, you wind up getting shot the fuck up. So how about you just keep your mouth shut? Let the police do their job. Hold court at court, not in the street. That's it. Yes, Rooster. Shut the fuck up saves lives. It's a t-shirt. Shut the fuck up. Save a life. Save a life. Shut the fuck up. I like it. I gotta start doing some t-shirts. Save a life. Shut the fuck up. It's that simple. Because the life that you save could very well be your own. That's it. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that this video helps somebody just become a little bit smarter and learn and understand how to interact with the police. Remember, it's always better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Shout out to the United Guns of America. Shout out to Soto Nation. Shout out to all my mods. Thank y'all so much. I just want to tell people, get smart about what it is that you're doing. Because when you don't, and especially when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you're going to bring on a bunch of extra shit into your life that you don't need. Or you're going to be fucking around with your freedom or your life. I am Brian Redmond. This is Relationship Rehab and the United Guns of America. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody that donated tonight. If you're watching this on the replay, please click the like button. Please click the subscribe button and send this to somebody who may not have seen it yet. Somebody that you love. Some young person out there that might be able to see this and actually learn something. And shout out to my man Adam Davidson. He donated again. Thank you, brother. Shout out to my man Quicey Jordan. Hit your boy off with $10. He says, shout out to you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donation, broski. That's what's up. All I want people to do, and this is the reason why I did this. I know this came out like in 2019 or something. But I just want people to understand, be smart in what you do and know what the fuck you're talking about and what you're doing before you do it. You want to challenge the police, you don't like the police, you want to tell the police what the fuck time it is, then goddamn it, know the goddamn law, know what the police can and can't do. But even when you do that, don't hold court in the street. Save it for the courtroom. Save it for the courtroom. Save it for the judge. Shout out to everybody that donated to the show. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night. Shout out to Soto Nation. I already did that. Shout out to my friends, my family. Thank you to my wife who sent me this video. And last but definitely not least, shout out to my brother, Tommy Sotomayor. I appreciate you, broski. I hope y'all had a good time. I definitely had a good time and enjoyed myself. I will be back tomorrow for another show. Yeah. I got some good shit waiting for us. We're going to have ourselves a
I don't ever remember
time. And,
feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers. I don't know what you do. I want you to get your mouse. I want you to check me out. And I want you to check me out. Get ready to do this.
It's the Relationship Rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the Relationship.
Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things, you know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, and subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link.
To United Guns of America.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that clicked the link, that clicked the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just want to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. We gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go.
To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you, telling you.